Hello. Do you guys remember me?
Your voice.
Is this my voice? Oh wow. Ready? Am I ready? Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
And
board gamey things.
That's right.
Jamie,
sounds like I'm a 13-year-old boy
Jamie's
just
on the
going
back
through
end,
life changes.
Back end of a very decent cold.
Very bad cold.
Or possibly flu. We're not sure.
I
Not
don't know.
COVID. Tested multiple times.
I don't think it's a flu because I never had a fever.
Does the flu always have a fever though?
I think that's part of it. I've had a cold. I haven't been sick in like 2 years. And it just kind of like hit me like a ton of bricks. I completely lost my voice, which is why we didn't have a video on Saturday. And now my voice is slowly but surely coming back. I feel like by tomorrow, it should all be back. Yeah. I've been saying that for a few days. But anyways.
We were sitting here a few days ago and we were literally having a conversation of like, I couldn't remember the last time Jamie was sick in our relationship, and we've been together for 10 years.
Never get sick.
Recall a time she's been this sick.
Yeah.
There's been sniffles and stuff, but.
And it's so annoying. We haven't even said why we're here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, did we say what this video is about?
We are here today to do a bit of a recap video, maybe a little life update on our trips. I guess my trips, your trips, over the past month. Just kind of like a little update, just to let you know our board game vacation, how that went and stuff.
I'm just going to turn my sound off.
Yeah, quit being so freaking popular. Jeff's getting messages from our Discord, which you should definitely join.
I won't. Normally I would respond, but we are mid-video.
Yeah, we're mid-video. Can't be rude. Over the past month, I went to New Jersey on a work trip and then ended up staying with Billy and Michelle from Second Start to the Left for like 4 or 5 days. Then we went to Kentucky to visit our Tablenauts friends, and then we went to Ohio to visit Kyle. So it was a bit of like a board game vacation.
Really
that we just went on.
Are we just going to talk about the games we played and stuff?
Talk about the games, a little bit about what we did. So I'm going to start off with New Jersey and talk a little bit about my time with Billy and Michelle, the board games that we played, what we did, etc. I spit on the table. Sorry. Michelle picked me up from my work retreat, and I will also say that a big life update is that I changed jobs.
You did?
I just started a new job this week, and I'm pretty freaking excited about it. I'm not going to lie. So I left that retreat from my old job. Michelle picked me up and then took me to their house, and we had like 4 or 5 days of nothing but hanging out and playing games. And if you guys don't subscribe to Second Start to the Left, you definitely should, because we love Billy and Michelle. They're amazing. And they graciously took me into their home and adopted me as one of their own. And we did many things. So I also got to go to the theater to see the new Spider-Man movie. And their theaters have recliner chairs.
Yeah, we don't have those up here.
Frickin'
At least, I shouldn't say
mind.
up here. Like, I don't know if they exist in anywhere else in Canada.
I'm sure they do.
They don't exist in our city.
Definitely not. We still have those like fold down seats.
Yeah, we have the old style.
Old school, like bleacher seats.
Not bleacher seats.
Well, yeah.
They're like cushioned.
Well, Michelle also took me to a few board game stores. I don't think that I actually bought anything in New Jersey.
We can't say what we bought because that's a haul video.
I'm not going to say. But Michelle did gift me with a few games.
Oh, okay.
And here comes Albie.
Albie's playing with a toy.
Anyways, so Michelle did gift me with some games, and yes, did we buy games on our trip? I mean, yeah, we did. Do we have another haul that's going to be coming up again soon? Yeah, probably. Do we just have 2 massive board game hauls? Yes. Do we have a problem? Yes. Have we run out of shelves? Yes. Anyways, that's not this video, so we're not going to tell you the games we got. But I do want to tell you about some of the games that I played with Billy and Michelle, because I got to play a lot of new games with them. But one of the first games that they showed me was That Time You Killed Me, which is a new abstract game from Pandasaurus Games. It's 2-player only, and it was so much fun. I beat Billy, and she's like never lost this game. And she was so confident. And you know how Billy gets when she plays Res Arcana? Yeah. That's what she was. And I caught her. Anyways, this game is about time travel. It has a theme of time travel, but the game is very, very like abstract. I think you would really like it. And essentially you're just jumping between time periods, past, present, and future, trying to kill the other person's pawns. And whoever does that first wins, basically.
Sounds cool.
And I had a blast.
It looks good. I've seen it a bunch, but
Yeah.
honestly, we've not played it.
No.
Well, I haven't, no.
Then Michelle and I played, okay, I don't know, I know that I should know this because I'm Canadian and was in French immersion for forever, but it was Paris, la cité de lumière.
Paris, the city of lights.
Yeah, but French. Anyways, this is another 2-player only game that is kind of like a tile placement type of game where you're like building things on top of each other and you're trying to meet different objectives, trying to block off your opponent from scoring points. Another game that was super fun. We've heard a lot of good things about that one too, and I think that you would also like that one. There's a lot of games that we played that I kind of wish that you would have also got to experience, but you know, it is what it is. And then in true Michelle nature, we played a bunch of button shy games. So my first experience with button shy, and Michelle introduced me to Circle of Wagons, Cunning Folk, Skulls of Sedlec? So those were the 3 button shy games we played, and they were all super, super, super fun.
We played Tussie Mussy first.
We played Tussie Mussy first. Yes, I lied. We have played a button shy. So she introduced me to more. Michelle's like a huge fan of button shy games.
Yes, she is.
She may or may not have gifted me with some button shy games, but I'm not telling you. We're not talking about that. I'm gonna die. We're not talking about that today.
No, we're not.
We're not. So stop asking. Anyways, then we played, there was only like 3 more games that I played with them that were new to me, but Dog Lover was one, which is from AEG. I've never played Cat Lady. We've never played Cat Lady. I loved Dog Lover. I myself am a dog lover. So
yes, you are.
it was fantastic. Just
that
a simple,
theme fits.
Like, it's kind of like a set collection card game. It's pretty simple. I really liked it. They also taught me Castle Party, which is a flip and right of like the Pumpkin King throwing a party. And like Frankenstein wants to be in a certain place and ghosts want to be in another place. Anyways, super fun. Love, love, love. And then I taught them Scout and Sheepy Time. So those were all of the games that we played. Now they also fed me New York pizza, which was amazing. I got to spend all this time with Navi, who is their dog who loves me, my best friend, and all of their other dogs, Kaylee, Shay, the cats. Jim, not a dog, definitely a human. We watched some movies and we did, anyways, it was just like, honestly, it was the exact mini vacation that I needed after a very stressful work trip and after a very stressful couple of months. It just kind of felt like I was at home and that I was with my family.
They're very lovely people.
We love them so much.
Yes, 100%.
Literally so much.
And I'm very jealous that I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see them again.
Yeah, me too. We're definitely going to see them again for sure in December. Hopefully they'll visit us at some point as well. But yeah, I had a great time. From there comes the Kentucky trip. So I flew from New Jersey. I know I hit all the hot tourist spots. New Jersey, Kentucky, Ohio. But I went to Kentucky a few days before Jeff got there, and the Doolios picked me up and I stayed with them. So Doolin from Tablenauts and his wife Emily, they were my hosts in Kentucky before Jeff got there. And once again, people just feeding me and playing games with me. So I got there on like a Wednesday or Thursday. Jeff didn't come until Sunday. Before then, I played lots of games with them as well as Max and Danielle from Tablenauts. So really it was just a whole Tablenauts crew hangout. They got me sushi. We got pizza. Doolin fed me a lot of pizza. I had a lot of pizza on this trip.
Doolin likes pizza.
Doolin loves pizza. And you want to know another fun fact about the Doolins? Is they just bought a toaster. They've never had a toaster.
Never had a toaster.
Until we guilted them into buying one.
We guilted them in buying a actual adult TV.
Yes.
They had
a TV for
They had
ants.
a TV the size of like someone's hand. And so we guided them along in a TV purchase, and now we guided them along in a toaster purchase.
Yeah.
We're really bringing them into adult life.
Definitely. And
you're welcome.
Emily took me on a drive around their town. It is shaped like a banana.
I didn't know that.
Me either, but Emily told me.
Fun fact.
So we had a game night as well. We actually had 2 game nights before Jeff got there. Played Long Shot the Dice game, which I've played before. A lot of kind of like party-esque games because there was like 5 of us, so it's kind of hard to find games that fit that many people. We played Cash and Guns.
If we're gonna tie, I'd rather it be you than nobody. Because we're not gonna win without that bonus. Neither of us are.
You ain't married in the mob.
I'm gonna get this moment.
Alright, Emily. Better get your gun ready.
I forget what I put down, so there we go.
Oh, that's even scarier.
Oh
Who's
no!
winning? I gotta look around here.
Yes.
It's either Danielle or Jamie.
It's
It is not me. Are you kidding me?
It's Danielle.
How much are the paintings worth?
Yeah,
At this
barely
moment?
anything.
At this moment,
60,000.
60 grand? What?
Will you put a target on my back?
Oh my gosh.
What
There's
was the
two of them out there.
reason?
I know.
Oh no.
You're the godfather.
Oh, I was waiting for someone else to count. All right, on 1, 3, 2, 1.
What? That was a weird way to
Jamie,
count. Well,
come
I just lowered my gun.
Why are you pointing at me?
All right,
I'm friends with you.
all right. Who do I believe has the bullet in their chamber?
I do not know what I have.
That's true. She shuffled it. She's a wild card.
Living life on the
I'm trying
edge
to
with
think of how many
Danielle.
times Danielle shot someone. I think we all pulled the trigger on Jamie.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
Oh,
We
Max.
did all pull the trigger on
Max,
Jamie.
you
Y'all pull the
gonna
trigger on me.
you're gonna change. No. Danielle's gonna change
Oh, Danielle.
who she's aiming at.
She doesn't even know what she has.
I know.
Oh wait, I'm changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
You said
on.
you'd rather me win.
I would.
Yep.
All
You're
right.
not even getting shot at, so
Yep.
why would you point at me?
All right.
Girl
On
power.
one.
Danielle, you're
Girl
gonna have
power.
first pick at the diamond.
Girl power.
Nice.
On
And
one.
Why
nice.
did they kill me?
Danielle.
Wait,
Nice.
what? She's gonna have first pick on the diamond because I'm dead?
Yes.
We played Happy Salmon, and Jeff didn't get to play this one. I don't know how you would feel about it, but
Based off the name,
so
I feel like it would make me
this
happy.
is a very, very interactive game where you have like a deck of cards and you flip it over and it's telling you to do something. So one of the things it tells
I
you
hate
to
that.
do is a fish bump, which you have to like bump fists. So everybody flips a card
Did
over.
you say fish bump?
Yeah, because it's all about fish.
Oh.
So you flip a card over, everybody flips a card over at the same time. You look around the table and see who has the same card as you. And you're yelling out, fish bump, fish bump, fish bump. And you're trying to bump. Then one's a high five. And then one is a switch spots. And then one, and the main one is called Happy Salmon. And when you get Happy Salmon, you and the other person go like this. And the first person who goes through their deck first wins. And it is so silly and so fun. It would be a fantastic like icebreaker game. Great one to play at work.
I feel like that would not be my cup of tea.
I know, I don't think you'd like it, but we played it twice in a row because we loved it so much.
Mhm.
We also played Just One, which is just like a classic. And we played Quick Wits, which is pretty much the same game as Anomia. So kind of good that we played that before you.
Yeah, that Anomia is not my cup of tea.
No. And then another game I forgot to put in here, and don't let me forget, is Letter Jam. Another game that I don't think you would like. So we kind of got out of the way a lot of the games that it's like, oh, Jeff wouldn't like this, let's play it. But this is kind of like a word game where like you make a 5-letter word, shuffle the cards up, hand it to somebody else. Then you flip your card up and you can see everybody else's letter but yours. And people are trying to make words out of the letters they see to try and help you guess your word and guess your letters. It's kind of like
I
a
might
co-op
like
letter
that.
game. Yeah, I really liked it. So then, literally like the day before Jeff got there, me, the Tablenauts crew, and then Kyle and his wife Megan, we went to Ohio. We ate at this Brazilian meat place. They brought meat out on a sword, like samurai swords or whatever. And then they're like, do you want some meat? And they just like sliced it off. And you're like, heck yeah, I want that. You're like, please stop feeding me meat. And they had this grilled pineapple too. It was amazing. The food was delicious. Jeff would have loved it. Then we went to go watch a soccer game, the Crew, which is the Columbus team.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fun. Also something Jeff would have loved.
They did the two things I would love to have done before I
You
arrived.
should have come earlier, is kind of like what I'm thinking. And then finally, Jeff shows up on Sunday.
Party had arrived.
The party don't stop until don't start
Mhm.
until Jeff walks in. And so we picked Jeff up from the airport and then we got tacos.
Oh,
They were
they
amazing.
were amazing.
Yeah, and Jeff had like a full day of like 5 flights. So then Jeff was there and the real fun started. We left the next day to go on a Kentucky adventure.
Red River Gorge.
Red River Gorge in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, to stay at a cabin that was up the steepest hill I've ever seen in my life with the Tablenauts crew.
Yep.
Max, Danielle, Doolin, and Emily.
And we were there all week.
Yeah, we were there Monday to Friday, and we had
Hot tub.
hot tub.
We played Pathfinder.
We did so many things.
We went for a hike.
We went for a hike that almost killed me. So let's maybe go through some of the stuff that we did. We played a lot of games, obviously, and we just hung out. We had a great time. Then one day we went on a hike, and Doolin said, hey guys, do you guys want to go for a walk? We said, sounds like fun.
I don't know if he said, I'll
Doolin?
defend Doolin here. I don't think he said walk. I think he said hike.
Hike. I don't know. When you think hike, do you you think you're going to be walking up 1,000 stairs? Uphill?
Possible.
Uphill straight the whole time? I almost died.
It was uphill the whole way.
I am so out of shape that hike gave me heartburn. I almost died.
Yeah.
And I was like, why you do this? Anyways, the hike was actually really cool. So we went up like 1,000,000 stairs, and then we went, do you remember
It
what
wasn't
it was
just
called?
stairs. The stairs were only at the very end. It was literally a trail the whole way.
Uphill. Mazelbin stairs. Do you remember what the trail was called?
I don't.
Basically, I have video of it and I'll insert it, but we walked through like this little sliver. It was like 2 rocks stuck together, but there was just enough to squeeze through. So we squeezed through, and then we got up to the top and we looked around, tried to catch our breath, and then we went on the long journey down the hill, which was almost as scary as going up the hill because I didn't have good grip on my shoes. Jeff had to walk slow with me.
I did. Doing husband duty that day.
Yeah, I just think maybe uphill outdoors isn't for me.
Maybe.
I like flat outdoors. So
Do you?
sometimes if there's no bugs, it was not too hot. We did that. We had some like amazing food. Also, we got pizza
Miguel's.
pizza from a place called Miguel's.
It was incredible.
Yeah, we went to this barbecue place. So Emily had been talking about this potato.
Yeah.
She was dreaming about this potato.
Baked potato. She
It
talked
was-
about it for 5 days.
Anyways, the potato was as big as my head.
Yeah.
It was a baked potato with sour cream and cheese and chives. And then I had barbecue brisket. I think Emily got pulled pork. I think Danielle did too. It was amazing. Jeff, what did you get? Pulled pork sandwich. Anyways, the food was just like, the potato was incredible. Emily ate the whole dang thing. And the lady came
And
over.
everyone was...
Lady came over who worked there and was like
Shocked.
wide-eyed. And she's like, well, I guess you left the tin foil. It was
Emily
so
is
funny.
also tiny.
Yeah.
So
it was impressive.
it was a feat.
It was impressive.
Mhm.
We went to this like lovely little coffee shop, and other than that, we just hung out at the cabin and we played a lot of fun games. So we did play Don't Get Got, and I just want to point out that I did win. I got everyone. Jeff got Doolin. Tell them the story about how you got Doolin. Poor Doolin.
I pulled at Doolin's heartstrings because
Yeah.
he's the most kind human in the world. There was like an overhang near our cabin. You could go kind of look over the gorge. He was walking down there and I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to get him. So he's at the end and we're both like just standing there looking out over the gorge and it's beautiful. And I was like, let's get a selfie, man. And in typical Doolin fashion, he thought I was being genuine and kind. And he's like, oh yeah, for sure. Pulls out his phone, snaps a selfie. And I said, Gotcha. Because one of my things was get someone to take a selfie with you with their phone.
For people who don't know what Don't Get Got is, essentially like everybody gets 5 or 6 prompts, and you have to trick somebody into doing 3 of those prompts. The first one to get 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So some of mine were I had to point at something 3 separate times and get someone to look at it. I got Doolin with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one was I had to get someone to argue with me about like which way north was. And yeah, obviously that was an easy one for Jeff. I can get Jeff to argue with me about pretty much anything. And then the other one was you have to say guess what to somebody, and then they have to say what back.
I think you got me on that one,
I got
too.
you with that one too. That was super
We're
fun.
playing a game within a game. We're playing games while
within
playing a game.
We played a bunch of other like new to us games. So Paranormal Detective. So we played a lot of like deduction type games.
Mm-hmm.
Paranormal Detectives and Awkward Guests.
Loved Awkward Guests.
Mhm.
Paranormal Detective I was kind of like meh about.
I really liked
Awkward
both.
Guests was amazing though.
Which is kind of like a better version of Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We really liked it. Obviously, we played Fuji Flush because...
Fuji Flush is always good.
Yeah, then we played some like party-style games. So we played Fake Artist Goes to New York.
Loved that.
Which is an oink game where like everybody gets like a prompt of what they need to draw. One person doesn't, and everyone draws one line. You can only draw one line. You pass the paper around, and you have to try and figure out who the fake artist is.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff didn't play, but I also played with everyone Tattoo Stories and Chameleon.
I have a Monopoly dollar with a baby on it, wearing a Victorian wig, and a hand reaching out to grab the Monopoly dollar.
I like.
Which are both kind of like different party type games, drawing games and
That
stuff.
was the day I think the travel hit me the hardest.
Yeah.
I went to bed super early.
Yeah, Jeff was sleepy. Also, Max and I played Capital Lux 2 Generations quite a few times. I think we played it like 3 or 4 times with different people, and I loved it. Jeff, you weren't.
Not my thing.
Not a fan?
Nope.
We played Merchants of Magic, which is a flip and write game, which Emily hated.
Emily hates that game.
Which was kind of funny.
She hates it so much, it's very humorous.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Me too.
To the point where I almost bought it.
And then we played Camelot, which is just like a
Always
classic
good.
staple. And like Jeff mentioned, we played Pathfinder. So we spent an entire day basically like creating our characters.
Yep.
Doolin DM'd.
This has been in the works for a year.
Doolin's been dangling it in front of Jeff's face for about a year.
Doolin's been teasing me with Pathfinder for a year, and we finally got to do it. And so we have a ongoing Pathfinder campaign now, and I love it. It was so fun. It was our first time ever playing an RPG in person, and it was infinitely better than playing
Oh,
remote.
yeah.
Not that it's bad playing remotely, but nothing compares to
beats
that.
like the table
that
interaction.
table interaction, yeah.
Doolin had like some little props.
Yeah,
And
he was incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited
It
to
was awesome.
keep up with that.
we played for like 4 hours. It was
Mhm.
kind of crazy. And that was pretty much it for the cabin. We tried to make a fire and roast marshmallows.
Too wet.
Too wet. It rained the whole time. We
The
didn't
wood
even
was-
mention that. The
wood
weather
was way
was
too damp.
terrible. The weather was awful. The
Mhm.
whole time it was cold.
Hot tub was lovely.
Yeah, there was hot tub. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we
We really just ate and hung out.
just hung out and
Danielle
laughed?
read a bunch.
We
which
talked
was-
about Uncut Gems.
Ugh. It was
I
just
know
really
that they're
relaxing.
gonna laugh.
Max did some painting. I played on the Switch for a bit.
I
It
had
was
to
just,
work a little bit. Jeff had to work
I had
a
to
little
work
bit.
a couple days. It was just relaxing, nice. No pressure to do anything. No pressure to play games. No pressure to do anything. It was just relaxing.
It was awesome.
It was.
had-
It was incredible
The best time, and it just like always makes us sad that they don't live closer, honestly.
every time.
We'll definitely go back. I hope that they come to visit us sometime soon.
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
Coming or what? Okay?
Waiting.
Waiting. Sitting, wishing, waiting. Anyways.
Sitting, waiting, wishing.
Sitting, wishing. Then Kyle came up on Friday because that
Mhm.
was our last day at the cabin. We went back to the Doolin's house and we played Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, which is a game that was gifted to us at Dice Tower
By Luke.
West by Luke. We had never played it and we played it and it was freaking great.
Very good.
We played it 3 times in a row.
Very good. That's a tough one, though, because it does require a large group.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to play it, because I'm not sure when we would have a group up here to do that.
Yeah.
But it was super fun.
Another social deduction type of game where it's like somebody is randomly selected as the murderer
Mhm.
and you have 30 seconds, like 3 rounds, you get 30 seconds each round to make a case of who you think is the murderer and why.
Mhm.
And there's one like forensic scientist that's like putting down clues that are trying
Very
to help you
vague
guess.
clues.
It was a blast. I loved it. I love that game.
The murderer didn't get caught in any of them.
No, I was the murderer first time. And one of my cards was a cat. And so at the very beginning, the murderer has to select 2 of their cards for the forensic scientist to make clues out of. And Jeff is like, it's not Jamie, because if it were Jamie, she'd choose the cat. Maybe it is Jamie, and it is the cat, and yada, yada, yada. And I knew that because I knew Jeff would think that I picked the cat, so I specifically did not pick the cat. Anyways, it was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Then we went to Ohio, and first night we just kind of went to bed because we were just
Yes.
janked. We were like exhausted.
Got Noodles & Co.,
We got Noodles & Co.
which was incredible.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention before we left, the Doolins got pizza again.
Yes, they did.
Jeff had buffalo chicken pizza. Then we got Noodles & Co. for dinner.
That's going to be a theme.
And Jeff got buffalo chicken mac and cheese.
It was delicious.
So then on our first full day, we went to Topgolf. Topgolf is one of our favorite things to
It
do.
is. Every time we're in a city that has one, we try to make it a point to go.
It's so
It's
fun.
like posh. It's like a posh driving range.
Yeah.
And it's multi-leveled, and the field has targets that you hit into, big targets that light up at night, and each person has their own little like hub that they hit the ball from with your own screen that you can play games on,
Mhm.
and they'll bring you food and drinks, and it's all heated.
It's so fun.
I love it.
And you do not have to be a good golfer to
No.
play. And then for dinner, we went to Melt, which is like this grilled cheese restaurant
Mhm.
in Columbus, downtown Columbus. And Jeff got a buffalo chicken grilled cheese. So if you're counting with me, that's his 3rd buffalo chicken meal in a row. I got a Monte Cristo, which was a grilled cheese with like ham, turkey, and whatever, deep fried.
hmm
Sprinkled with powdered sugar and then blueberry sauce on the side. It was amazing.
Yeah, mine was also very good.
So then we went back to Kyle's for the night and played some games.
Mhm.
We started off, we each got to pick games back and forth. I don't know whose choice this was, but
Mine.
we played A Feast for Odin.
Jamie hated it.
I do not get it.
Kyle and I love that game.
Uh-huh.
You hated it.
I hated it. I had zero fun playing that game because I just think like maybe it is because, and I do think this contributes to it a little bit, there's so much to do and you guys both knew what you were doing and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a learning game for me, but not for them. And I was like,
that's always it's a tough environment.
It's a bit of a struggle. So I don't know. Maybe if you and I played it
I'd
just
love
together
to
and I could
teach you
take
it
my
because
time.
I do think you would like it.
There's a lot going on. All I know is I focused on getting my animals pregnant so they had babies.
Not a winning strategy.
Right. So then it was my choice, and I chose Libertalia because I was like, here's a game I know.
The new one.
The new one. Winds of Galecrest.
Winds of Galecrest, yeah.
And that was fun. And then Kyle's choice was Irish Gauge, which is a game that we hadn't played before. I surprisingly loved it. There's little tiny trains.
I really enjoyed it as well. It made me want to try Iberian Gauge.
Me too.
Because I've heard of that one more than Irish Gauge. We played Irish Gauge and had a really good time with it. So now I kind of want to try Iberian Gauge.
Oh yeah, then Jeff had Noodles & Co. leftovers, buffalo chicken. 4. We start out the next day at doing a breakfast at a Cuban restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you I had the best French toast I've ever had in my life, what I mean to say is I had the best French toast that I've ever had in my entire life. And that was my meal number 2 is powdered sugar. So
yeah, I just had a standard breakfast, which was very good.
I don't know what, like, this was like Cuban styled bread or whatever, and then it was French toast, and then it was like fried, so it was crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a picture.
It looked very good.
Do you get a bite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was delicious. It was amazing. Anyways, then we went to the zoo to walk off our large breakfast.
Yeah.
And the Columbus Zoo is quite huge. And
Very
we got
big.
to see a lot of baby animals.
There
was a baby elephant,
baby
monkeys.
city.
And we saw these massive grizzly bears.
Yeah.
They were huge.
They were huge.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I like that zoo a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. So we walked like a bunch, and then we went to a park and we walked some more.
Yeah,
and Jeff and
what the
I
park
were
was called.
already complaining because our hip flexors were hurting from Topgolf.
It's true.
And my back was sore from Topgolf, and my shins were sore. Anyways, just like
We were
all this
sore.
exercise. I haven't had that much exercise in forever.
We went to a coffee shop and I got a
Sweetwaters.
Sweetwaters and I got a
Jeff got this pumpkin whoopie pie.
I got this pumpkin whoopie pie. That might have been the best thing I ate the whole time I was there.
Like he was obsessed
It
with
was so good.
It was very, very good.
It was incredible.
And then we ended up playing Blood Rage. It was our like second time playing that game. And
yeah. I don't know where I fall with that game. I feel like I should like it more than I do, and I feel like I'm forcing myself to like it, but the 2 times I've played it, I'm just kind of like,
meh.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I
We
like-
both prefer Rising Sun.
I still prefer Rising Sun.
I feel like we're almost alone on that island.
I do think
but-
we are.
And then we played the best Uwe game, which is New York Zoo.
I do like New York Zoo.
So fun.
It's very good.
Yeah, love
It's
it.
very good. I struggle to understand how to do good in that game, but I really enjoy it.
And we played High Society, which was our first time, just like kind of like a
Yeah,
simple
that was
little bidding
cool.
card
Yeah.
game. And then on our last day there, or my last day, because I left a day before Jeff did,
Yeah.
we went to this like bowling pins.
It's called Pins, and it's like there's a bunch of games in
It's like
there.
duck
So
pin bowling, I think it.
yeah, duck pin, I think is what Kyle called it. It's like this really short lane, and all the pins are on strings.
Yeah, and little balls.
And little tiny balls. It was super fun. And
Yeah.
then there was an arcade in the back that you could just go play games for free. It didn't cost anything. You just go play them. There was ping pong tables.
Outdoor seating area. There was
yeah, it
like
was-
big Jenga.
It was awesome. And the whole time we were there, we were like,
Why
man,
doesn't our city have this?
This would dominate in Halifax.
Yeah.
Like, it would do so well.
It was a lot of fun, and I got 2 strikes, which apparently is unheard of.
I
So,
did not do good.
Am I the champ? Kind of. Jeff kept splitting them every time.
Yeah,
Every time. Then for my last night, we played Scout. We introduced it to Kyle, and we played Ticket to Ride Nordic Countries. So we've only ever played the original, and this one I think was really good, but it's very difficult when you don't know where the cities are. I spent half the game being
Yeah.
like, where's Oslo? I don't know.
I really like TTR.
Yeah.
It's just such a fun little...
That's a fun little game.
So Nordic is apparently meant for 2 to 3 players. I really like Nordic. I liked it enough that I'm like, because that is one I think that Mom would like. Scout is a hit every time.
Every time. If you haven't played it, if you can get your hands on a copy, Scout is an oink game. It's a card game. Simple.
Highly recommend.
Highly
trying to-
recommend. It's like everybody
Do-
that we've showed it to has
Yeah.
loved it. And so that was it for me. And then Jeff was was there for a whole other day.
Yeah.
And he got to try Skyline.
I did try Skyline, which is, I can't remember if it's an Ohio thing.
I think
or
it's an Ohio thing, yeah.
Anyway, Skyline's like this fast food chili place that some people rave about and others hate. I think I felt in the hate camp.
Well, because they put it on like spaghetti.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Weird.
I had a coney, which is like a tiny hot dog with chili and cheese on it. And the chili tastes like cinnamon.
Yeah, that's weird.
And that was really weird for me. I didn't like the sweet mix. Anyway, I took a bite and I was like, nope, don't like that. And I was like, let me try it again. Took another quick bite and I was like, nope, confirmed, don't like that. But I also had Jimmy John's.
Oh, yeah, subs.
Which is a sub place, and that was incredible. I got a 16-inch sub.
Jeez.
And I ate.
American size.
I ate, and it was double meat. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I ordered it. I ate about 10 inches of it. Games we played, I'm trying to remember. So we played Hallertau. So Kyle taught me Hallertau, which is awesome because I've since taught it to Jamie.
Yep.
Caverna, which was the first time I'd ever played Caverna. We played Haunted Teutonica.
Ah.
So Kyle's friend, well, I guess my friend at this point now, Kevin, also came over. That was really cool. I don't know if I loved it. I want to play it again. Very like...
beige.
Nah, like I'm trying to think of like the mechanic is kind of like area control.
Okay.
Very Euro-y. Yeah, my last day was very much just some quick games before I went to the airport. Then I went to the airport and spent many hours waiting to get home.
Yeah, when we got back, it was like my last days at my new job or at my old job. Jeff got home, and then on Friday, our sweet Kaya broke her leg. So it was raining. She runs up the stairs, all excited to eat her breakfast, and her leg went boop. It just slipped, and a little bone in her leg broke. Poor sweet thing. And of course, it's a holiday, so the emergency vet wouldn't take her because it wasn't critical.
Yeah.
Had to wait until Saturday to get her to the vet.
So she waited a full day with a broken leg.
What a sin. But she was in high spirits, and she still is.
Yeah,
It's
she wasn't in pain.
No, so basically what happened, like there's 2 bones in that leg. The other bone is strong and holding everything in place. So it's like she knows that she couldn't use it, but it wasn't really paining her too much. So she's got a nice big cast on with a little cup on her paw.
Call her old peg leg
Walking
now.
around like a peg leg, and
Waiting to find out if she needs to have surgery or if the splint is enough.
yeah, if the break is not bad enough for surgery. And she's 9 years old at this point, and it's just kind of like, it's probably the vet's kind of determining how much do we want to put her through. Yeah, so anyways.
But she's in good spirits.
Yeah.
She's bouncing around upstairs. She's acting like she always did.
She doesn't understand why she has a splint on her leg.
She's a trooper.
Go figure. Like, I don't know what it is, but when we go away.
Last couple months have been a rough go.
We've had a pretty rough go with our animals. That's kind of our update, and we just kind of wanted to do this because we haven't like sat down to film in literally like over a month.
Yeah.
Because we pre-filmed all of our stuff before I left for New Jersey, and that was like the end of February.
Yeah.
It's been over a month since we sat down to like film.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into a bit more of a normal routine for us, because even since we've been back, like we got to play a couple games over the weekend, but just kind of trying to get settled with Kaya and Jamie starting a new job, and
me not being able to film because my voice was gone, and it's been busy.
Yeah.
But we're back at it, friends, and we're not traveling again so much as we know until maybe December. One thing that we did want to mention too is that we are planning on doing another Q&A. So we'll mention this in a few upcoming videos, but if you do have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below, and as questions come up, I'm just going to kind of stockpile them, and then we'll answer them in an upcoming Q&A. We could also create a channel in the Discord Q&A and then just let people.
Yeah,
so if you're in the Discord, could drop questions in there. If not, you should join the Discord.
You should.
It's fun.
It is great.
It's a lot of fun. We even made an Udi channel, just like we promised.
There is a channel for Udis.
Anyways, I think that's all that we had for today. We had a freaking blast on our board game vacation.
Thank you to Tablenauts. Thank you to Kyle.
And thank you to
Megan.
Billy and Michelle.
Thank you to Billy and Michelle.
And Jim for putting up with me. And Connor, who is their son, who carried my very heavy, large suitcase up and down the stairs. So I appreciate that, Connor. Thank you very much. I can't wait to see everybody again.
Agreed.
I just love it. I just wish we all lived closer because I love you all very, very much. So
Agreed.
I almost choked. So that's all that we have for you guys today. Now, if you're interested in buying board games like any of the many that we mentioned today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. For us here in Halifax, that is
Boardroom Game Cafe.
the Boardroom Game Cafe.
Sorry.
What? Oh, yeah, geez. Anyways, if you like what you see,
Please subscribe.
we hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, time for Udi. I swear to God, if this little tickle is not gone from my throat tomorrow, I'm gonna riot. Hello, everyone. I don't know why I waved. I want to practice.
I burned my hand today.
Okay.
Guess what I did?
Pizza
Put
in the
stuff
oven.
put stuff in the oven.
Can you guys hear us? I don't know. Anyways, as if our sound is ever good anyway. It's been a while, and it's been a while since I could hold my head up high. Jeff, do you know that song?
No.
Kaya, stop! Please. What's she even barking at? You're hobbling. Kaya, go to bed! What is she doing? I just hear a friggin' peg leg going dun dun dun. She probably went to the bedroom. Okay.
Yep.
Excuse me.